We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2 David P. Here's a caller with a question many have asked me. Take a listen to this.
Hi, this is David from Lake Harney, Pennsylvania. And
Sir.
I was wondering if Donald Trump is considered a registered sex offender now, and if not, why not? Thanks.
Very good question. Donald Trump has been found civilly liable for rape. Yes, it's rape, but it's civil liability. The first element to understand as to why civilly liable rapists don't have to register as sex offenders is because there are different legal standards. Criminal cases, you need proof beyond a reasonable doubt, which means that for a person to be convicted criminally of rape, the evidence must be convincing enough to leave no reasonable doubt in the mind of a reasonable person that the accused committed the crime. Trump was found civilly liable in a civil case, and it has a lower standard of proof. It's usually called the preponderance of evidence proof, which means it's more likely than not, like 50% plus one, we would say. It's more likely than not that the defendant committed the act in question. So in a civil case, the purpose of civil law is when it comes to torts like personal injury. And in this context, we're talking about the tort of rape, not the crime of rape. The point is, if there's a preponderance of evidence that you did the thing and you're liable for it, you compensate the victim for damages. The defendant could be ordered to pay money to the victim, but it is not a criminal trial. Doesn't involve the sex offender registry. The sex offender registry would usually be tied to criminal convictions. And the rationale behind it is public safety. If you're found guilty of a sexual offense in a criminal court beyond a reasonable doubt, you then have to register to inform the public and law enforcement about your past, with the idea that by being so informed, you might prevent future such incidents. If you can look up who are the sex offenders in my neighborhood, oh, now I know their faces, I guess I can kind of keep an eye out for them or whatever. There are varied opinions about sex offender registries. That's not what we are debating here, but the explanation here is civil liability does not invoke the sex offender system, because the point is not to determine guilt in a criminal sense, but to determine responsibility for damages. And as a result, civilly liable rapist Donald Trump, which is accurate, that's why we don't say convicted rapist, we say civilly liable rapist Donald Trump, will not have to register as a sex offender. We have such a good bonus show for you today. Bobby Kennedy Jr. is now planning to run as an independent. And both sides are freaking out saying, wait, does this help Trump or does this help Biden? Why is that a question? Well, the question is because the people who support Bobby Kennedy Jr., even though he has been a Democrat, are pretty MAGA. So we're going to talk about Bobby Kennedy Jr. planning to run independent. Number two, there is a bedbug problem in France. I am personally affected by this. I will tell you how on the bonus show. And number three, Donald Trump wants Jamal Bowman, Democratic congressman, jailed for pulling a fire alarm. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you the argument that Trump's making and the entire thing. All of those stories and more on today's bonus show.
And we will ban men.
That's actually the wrong clip. That's not the bonus show clip.
Oh, the bonus show where you want to make money.
Right.
Everybody else that makes money to fund themselves is bad.
Men will not be banned from the bonus show. Nobody gets banned from the bonus show. That's just crazy. Sign up at joinpacman.com. How did I even do that? Use the coupon code 4 years 4 indictments if you so please. We will see you then and back here tomorrow.